Welcome to Landria on YouTube, here to help you break through fears. I don't know what that was. I just, geez, I've got a lot of people that watch this channel. You think that I'd be a little bit more subdued. Nah, not me. All right, it's one of those really cozy days here in Atlanta. I want to talk about depression. I've had quite a few people tell me that they have tried to kill themselves, they want to kill themselves, they thought about killing themselves. You're not alone. I think we've all thought that on occasion, like, I would really love to get off this planet. Holy cow, we took on a lot, my friends. We took on a lot. So, first of all, I want to clarify right now before we go into this conversation. I am not an expert at mental health. I have no training in it at all. And I'm not a doctor. I am not here to give medical advice nor guide you in that and on any level. I'm strictly coming from a spiritual standpoint that will support any decisions that you make or any professionals that you visit in those fields that will know you better than I do. So if you're coming here for spiritual guidance, I'm going to give you my opinion, which is not in stone either. I don't have all the answers. I don't know anybody who does. And so let's just use this in a positive way and just know that you have to make your own decisions about everything, your body. Let's start with the body. Anybody who's experiencing any kind of depression, even if you're not deeply depressed, but you're finding a pattern, or maybe you weren't depressed before, especially women have all this hormonal stuff. Guys have it going too, right? They have their little midlife thingies going on, and sometimes they get depressed. Hold on. The body changes, and we are in a dense, energy through the body that slows things down, that, breaks down, that, adheres to the planetary rules. So we have to clean that up. We are in a toxic environment at all times. I saw that, these, now they have commercials. Here, kill the weeds on your lawn. And then they're like, here, let's sue that company that had you killing the weeds on your lawn. People really put thought into this. If you're putting chemicals into your home, into your body, cleaning with them, I know it's tough. Trying to kill weeds, if it kills a weed, it can kill you. If it can kill a bug, it can kill you. Everything goes into our water system. You're not just drinking it. Let's say, I do bottled water. Yeah, you're washing in it. You're taking showers. You can put all the filters you want, but the bottom line is we're breathing and drinking and eating toxins all the time. How much can you clean that up? Because let's start with the body first. What are you doing that could be taking your blood sugar down? That's a big one. Or your moods down with hormones. So I'll give you an example. I was experiencing like heart palpitations, and I thought, whoa, what is this? And I thought, well, let's clean up a few things first. I happen to know that I need more zinc than normal. I'm for the most part, vegetarian. I eat fish once in a while. So I know there might be ways that I need to pump up, because I've never took vitamins, pump up my diet because I'm not getting enough probably over here, even though I do organic. Even then, our ground isn't that fortified, in a lot of areas. So I looked it up online, selenium, zinc, multiple Bs. I know my grandma used to have that issue. The body gets older and it gets depleted. Within a couple of hours of me taking that, I was a completely new person, because I'm healthy. I know, I jog, I spin, I lift weights. So if you're doing all the right things, eliminate all those possible physical things that could be taking you down that you don't even know. Ladies, this hormonal thing that's going on, it's sucks, right? I know a lot of people I never had that issue, by the way. I didn't go through all that. I was so fortunate. So I just look at this and I'm thinking, I know some people that really suffer terribly from that. Now, I had a friend who had major hormonal problems, and I said, do you work out? And she says, no. I said, go work out every day like a beast. go, get aerobic activity, clean up your diet. Do you know she completely turned around, got off all drugs, completely turned her life around just by working out? Why? She got everything flowing. So let's start with that. You cannot sit in the house and be depressed and then complain if you're not taking the effort. And I know it's tough because you're depressed and you don't want to take the effort, but it doesn't feel good to be there. So let's get out of the house. Let's go for a walk. Let's do a little bit of a run. Somebody said that they, for the first time in their life, they walked the dog and they started to run and said they came back and felt amazing just doing a little bit of a run with the dog. And I said, yes, that's what this can do for you. So let's take that step first, because for me that's extremely important. As from somebody who's worked out my entire life since I was a child taking dance lessons. So now the second thing is everything is a thought. All right? Everything is a thought. Whatever you're telling in your head is generating some belief that life just isn't worth living. So you either don't see a positive future, or you're hanging on to the past, or your present is so miserable that you don't see a way out. Well, I have to tell you, there is no way out, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So let's eliminate the fact that you can take your own life, go to the other side, and fix it. Not going to happen. You're going to have to go through some serious learning, and you may not come back in as nice a position as you are now. So let's not even go there, all right? And I think that's probably why you haven't done anything, because you're like, this would not be a good thing to not value your own life. Those who have shall receive more. So if you're not believing that you have a life worth living, that you have things that you can give to the world, and things that you can receive, you're not believing that you have. So those who believe that they don't shall lose what they have. Those who believe they have shall receive more. And like, that's not fair. No, it's totally fair, because they're valuing it. Have you ever seen people that don't have very nice homes and they trash it, and then they want things better? They say, well, when I have a nice home, I'll treat it well. No, you won't. Take care of what you have. It is what you have. Really value it. Take care of it. Do your best with it. Clean up your act. And that message is, I value what I have. So let's do the same thing in our lives. What can you value and say, okay, and I know, man, it's when you're in the darkest depths of the dark night of the soul, it's like you can't come up with one thing. Trust me, I know. I've had those nights where you wake up and you're going, why the heck did I come here? You're right in the midst of some real challenges. And you may not even be in a challenge. You might just think life sucks, right? You have got to take baby steps. You've just got to start. First of all, you're on my channel, which tells me that you're working on it, which is amazing. Welcome, my friend. Keep it up. Meditation, probably not good for you unless it's guided, because your thoughts might going to go off into negativity because you're not able to pull yourself out of it at this point. Well, you are, but you're not choosing to do that. Do guided meditations. Guided. I have somebody said I talk too much in one of them. I don't like somebody who talks through my meditation, so I agree with you. But a lot of people love that, because if I'm not talking, they're thinking, and then they go off into these things. So pick the meditation that suits you. I've got some where I talk very little in it. So I got a bunch of different ones, all right? Choose the one that works with you. Please don't complain about so you talk too much. Well, then don't watch that meditation. Find the one that works for you. Some people like that. So we all have to criticizing each other, and that's the other thing. You're in a world that is constantly disapproving. So do not expose yourself to negativity, negative people, negative television, news. Somebody sitting there telling me the world's going to hell in a handbasket. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I really don't. That's not what I'm seeing. So what you're exposing yourself to is starting with your own thoughts. What are you watching on television? What are you doing every single day that is possibly exposing you to anything negative? Because if you are down here and you get one little exposure into something negative, you're gonna go into that space because you're very open to it. You're sensitive to it. I want you to pelt yourself. They've done studies on this with funny movies. I want you to stop. I desire that you stop because you're part of me. You're my consciousness. Somebody said, why do you say I want? I said, well, I'm an instructor. I'm not going to say, well, you might want to do this and this and that. Yeah, you might want to do, but I would like you to give this a try. Watch funny movies. I don't care if it's the Dumb and Dumber and it makes you laugh, or the Three Stooges. My brother used to laugh at Three Stooges. I never got it. He loved it. You could watch the same one over and over and laugh just as hard. That will raise your frequency. That changes everything. It changes the energy in the room, changes the energy in your brain. It changes your immune system. I want you to brainwash yourself over and over and over again with nothing but positive input. Positive food, positive people, positive media, positive exposure, positive meditations, positive physical activities, not sitting on the couch, drinking alcohol. If you are in a down mood, that's the worst thing you can do. Or pot or whatever else you're into, or smoking and all that stuff. Physically going to take you down. Put it aside, and then go have a walk. Get that sunshine on your head. No vitamin's going to take the place of that. Nothing like the real thing. Go outside. Step outside. I don't care if you can't get outside in that sun. Expose yourself to it in a safe way. I want you to look at every single thing you're doing. So the worst one is that story you're telling yourself in your head. So if you are battling with some story that you have, because that's where it's coming from, choose a story. And you may not believe it, but choose that story. Now, my mantra that I say at the end is not my mantra. That's from the Master Key System. But I share it with you because it was powerful and it's healed a lot of people. So the mantra itself holds energy and power. That's why I share it with you. I'm like, okay, other people have used this and it's worked. It's a really old mantra, by the way. I don't know how long ago. It's well over 100 years. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I think that covers all the bases. Because abundance comes with all of that. Peace, joy, love comes with all of that. Abundance is yours when you're on a higher frequency. Because you value what you have. You see things as valuable. That's abundance. And that message, those who have shall receive more. You'll start to see things coming to you. You're valuing what you have. Brainwash yourself. Because you're going to have to rewire. You know who's really great at this? Joe Dispenza. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Get that book. It's a psychological book. He goes into depth, like your eyes might glaze over, but he's talking about how we can work on all this, but your brain's still wired. We're still in a physical body that wires itself because you keep teaching it, brainwashing it to be fearful or sad or whatever, and you can change that and it'll rewire itself, which goes into a higher frequency. When you meditate, he put electrodes on my head, and I meditated and we watched it on a computer. And it's happening. It's all physical. Everything works together, remember. It's not separate. Everything works together. So brainwash yourself. And one day you're going to wake up and go, wow, I feel different. I think I'm going to go for a walk. Maybe I'm going to go have, a real healthy breakfast. And go for a walk to the local restaurant. Or I think I'm going to call a friend that makes me laugh. Or, at the end of the day you say, you know what? I'm not going to turn that news on. I'm going to watch a really funny movie. Or you meditate, do guided meditation, or you get on YouTube and you watch everybody who says anything positive and you completely shut off anything that it serves absolutely no good purpose. None of it. None of it. All right, so start to just clean up everything. You have the choice. No matter where you are, you have the choice. And that one small effort will help switch you from over here to over here. Find anything that you can find value in. You're here for a very important reason. Very important. And it is your duty and your mission to contribute to this planet. It's not just about you, my friend. And a lot of times we're so focused on ourselves and how bad we feel, we don't realize that we're contributing to everybody else with those feelings. And going away actually makes it worse. So use that beautiful life that you have. Raise that frequency. You will be so happy you did. At the end of your life, when you finally do transition, you're going to look back and go, whoa, I hung in there and I turned it around. You can do this. All right? So let me know if your brainwashing on yourself works, because when you start to trigger those and your hormones and everything else starts to elevate, it will help you. It'll help pull you out. The better foods, the exposure to everything will help you to start to believe some of the things that you're seeing, that life is worth living, that it is funny, that you have value, and that you're here for an extremely important reason. Please, please don't ever miss that. That you have a mission. And it's going to be a tough one for you if you're in that depressive state. But it doesn't have to be anymore from this day forward, if you choose it. And I know you can pull out of it. I know you can. We all have been there. You are not alone. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful beyond your imagination. That power that runs through me and Christ and Buddha and every prophet and every beggar and every, whatever, people that seem insane that aren't insane, that same power runs through every single one of us. It's equal. And you have it too. What are you going to do with it? You're whole and perfect. Strong and powerful. Loving. That's in you. Harmonious. That's in you too. And happy. Go try and find that laughter somewhere. You can do it. I'm counting on you. You are unconditionally loved. I love you. You are never alone. Call in your angels. Pull in your higher guardians and say, I'm ready to work with you now. Call in your masters and say, okay, I'm ready to work now. I'm feeling really bad. Please show me the way. I'm getting full permission. Don't beg. Say, I'm taking control now. I'm ready. Show me the gateways. I'm ready to go through them. I'm going to take charge. Blessings, my friend. Namaste.